Let's do a quick review on the informational text. On Monday, we start looking deeper into point of view. We said that a text we talked about the text being a first-hand account and a text being a second-hand account. We said a first-hand account is written by a person who experienced the event. It usually includes diary entries and autobiography. We said that the second-hand account is written by a person who were not part of the event and is usually a newspaper reporter who produces the second-hand account as to write for a textbook. We say the first-hand account is more personal and a second-hand account is more objective. First-hand account is written in first-person point of view, and the second-hand account is written in the third-person point of view. I know many of you were a bit confused and concerned about the point of view being third person. Well, this is where it comes in. Second-hand account is going to be third person, and that's where you will see written in the text the he, she, and it. Okay? And the first-hand account, you will see the I's. Want to make that clear. The third person point of view is really a third and fourth grade skill. We are fifth graders, so we are building on our skills that we learned in third grade and fourth grade. That's why it's essential that you complete all of your assignments. Now let's review the indentured servitude and the American colony passages. We said that passage A and C are second-hand account. They both were written by people who were not part of being indentured servants. More than likely it was a reporter, which passage C was a reporter. And passage A was probably written for a textbook. Both of these passages are more objective, okay? Meaning they're just stating facts. There are no feelings in this. They're just stating facts and details on the account. And again, they're both written in third person. Passage B is a first-hand account. And we said first-hand account is written by a person who actually experienced it, which Richard did. Richard was writing a letter. This is his personal letter. Okay? So this is his first-hand account. Now remember our guiding questions. We ask ourselves, who is the author? Well, we ask ourselves who is the author by trying to figure out what account it's written in. First hand, second hand, which is number 3. Okay? Then we ask ourselves, what is the topic? Well, we know that the topic is indentured servitude in the American colonies. And from there, we go to answer the question, what is the narrator's purpose for writing and telling this event? Because each one of these passages has a different point of view. Okay, which leads us more into digging more into our next skill, which is, and let's look at the shuttle launch to help us with this one. Again, we said that this first passage, written by Sally Ride, is a first-hand account. She's actually including this as a diary entry. It's more personal. It's written in first person. Okay. The second passage is written in second hand, and it's written by a newspaper reporter. And this passage is more objective, and it again has a third person point of view. And remember our guiding questions for these set? We talked about how does the author describe the event? And we talked about whether it was first person, if it was neutral, positive, or negative. Well, we can gain more insight on what that is by answering number 4. if it had facts and details, or feelings of thoughts. If it has facts and details, yes, it will be neutral. But if it has feelings and thoughts, there is a high probability that it's going to either be positive or negative. And then you dive into the text to figure out what tells me that this text is negative, what tells me that this text is positive. Okay? Then we ask ourselves, another guiding question we ask ourselves is, what is the most important point in the account? And number 3, what ideas are only found in one account and not in the other? This is where we see the similarities and differences in these pair texts. Okay, want to clear that up to kind of help you in your thinking as you prepare yourself for your quiz on tomorrow. Okay, Part T, 5th grade reading generals, have a thankful Thursday.